Mr. Copperbottom! Mr. Copperbottom!
What? Bobby Box? What are you doing here?
Well, last night my mum let me go on the internet for a whole hour, and my brother showed me this really cool website called Storybird. We should use it in class.
Wow, that sounds great. I'll have to find out a little bit more though.
Storybird is a website that can provide a platform to increase student engagement in reading and writing, in particular the narrative text type. Storybird is an open source that allows students to create their own stories using a large database of varying images to accompany them. Stories are presented in a book-like format that can be downloaded, printed, exported and published online. This adds a sense of real-world connection and accomplishment for students. This real-world connection significance can be further built upon through the content of the stories, which can be adapted or created for a specific purpose or context. Furthermore, this allows the artefact to be utilised not just within the English teaching, but for cross-curriculum teaching. For example, stories can be used to simply teach the basic conventions of grammar all the way through to looking at complex issues such as human impact on the environment. Previously written stories can be searched for by title, author, theme, and content with hashtags used by users to categorise them on multiple levels. Here is a particularly well done example that we found. As you can see, the images provided tell a story of their own and allow for the story to flow well. Pedagogically, this artefact allows for the methods of conventional narrative teaching to be completely overthrown. For example, students can be provided with a series of images and be required to use their comprehension skills to add text or vice versa. Students may even create a story by adding appropriate images to match the text. This allows the same story to be used for multiple purposes.
Drove to Chicago.
Wow, that does look great. I'll definitely have to have a look. I wonder, does it have any flaws?
Holistically, it's difficult to fault the site, though an improvement could perhaps be made if the site was to provide explicit text type scaffolds for students, providing extra support for those who may struggle with the basic conventions of story writing. This is supported by the research of Chong and Lee, who also point out that the site does not allow for customisation and cannot be personalised to meet individual needs. As a teacher, however, scaffolds external to the site can easily be created and provided to students either digitally or in traditional printed format. We believe that the site could also be improved through the inclusion of a voice recording function, which could serve to test students' reading abilities and replace the traditional running record, and also allow students to tell their stories before converting their words to text, which would be particularly beneficial for younger students whose thoughts may be interrupted by the time it takes to type. Finally, the site does not provide students with any form of in-text editing system, which can be seen as both a positive and negative thing. Firstly, it means that previously published stories on the site, which may be used by students as a model, may contain both grammatical and/or spelling mistakes. However, it does serve to push students to further their self-editing skills and encourage a sense of deeper understanding and knowledge.
I don't mind, I made a lot of mistakes in my mind, in my mind. You came to take us, all things go to recreate us.
But it's still really, really, really good!
I agree, Bobby. We'll definitely use it in class. Thanks for the tip.